We'll now talk about QA governance structure to be established in an institute, right? What is QA and what is governance? You know that any institute in Sri Lanka or wherever that should have the quality procedures. The standards, policies, procedures should be there, and those things should be handled very well, accurately. Then, of course, at the end, that we can see a result as quality institute. So in order to maintain the quality, there can be so many standard policies procedure that we are doing, but those things should be complied. In order to check whether it is complied or not, we have to do the audit, quality audit. That is where the compliance is checking whether the things are complied or not. So non-compliance will be uh, find out and reported accordingly. So, in any institute in Sri Lanka or wherever, especially in the Sri Lanka, I mean, so there should be a academic quality and administration standard that should be maintained in an institute forever. Otherwise, the quality will be reduced. So, in order to do that, this is a simple structure I'll tell you. Let's say you have a council, right? You don't need to implement all these unit council, council, right? This is a unit, the biggest units that you can establish in education institute, right? Even it is small or bigger, so if you have this structure, that's the best way that you can deal with, right? This council has some of the representation, especially for education institute. What I am telling is better to include CEO, CEO or Vice Chancellor at the head of this council, and thereafter academic heads are there, and also QA heads, and also other divisions head, and also can be consultants. So you can name the council as you want according to the hierarchy of your institute. Then there should be another entity, that is Senate. The Senate is recorded in the academic activities of the institute, responsible for academic activities, right? So, and also there can be faculties, faculty of computing, faculty of business, faculty of art. Likewise, there are programs, right? All of these faculty may have faculty board, right? Faculty board is there for all of these faculties, right? Right. For each of these faculties can have quality assurance cell, right? QA cell, QA cell. Likewise, not only the faculties, if you have HR division, finance division, or whatever the division in the institute, so you can have uh, finance, finance for finance. You can have QA cell. Likewise, for all the divisions, you can set up the QA cell. right? Then there should be a unit, and this unit called Center for Quality Assurance, right? And also in between this, we will be establishing Senate. We name it as Senate Standing Committee, QA, right? So this is the Senate Standing Committee for QA. This will regulate the CQA as well, right? The CQA had a head and also some other people, right? Under the CQA, we can have standard division as well as compliance, right? The standard division, what they do is they will do what? Set standard. That's right. Policies, procedure they will be setting up, right? And through the CQA that will goes to the Senate Standing Committee QA. Let's say if we develop a policy called examination procedure, examination policy or bylaw, so there will be endorsed, there will be tabled at the Senate Standing Committee for QA, and that once it is approved, that will put into the Senate and the Council for further approval, right? Once it is approved in Senate and Council, we can circulate to the staff for adhering to those policies, right? So then these quality cells, each of the faculties and the divisions shall report to what? Center for Quality Assurance as well as for the faculty board. This Center for Quality Assurance will do the work assigned by the Senate Standing Committee for QA, right? So head of the CQA also representative of the Senate Standing Committee for QA and as well as in Senate and Council. So see, head of quality or head of the CQA is the quality head of the institute who should represent to the Senate and Council and also Senate Standing Committee for QA, right? So all the standards are set. So those policies are set. The faculties are doing those things, divisions are doing those procedures. Then there's a quality assurance cell. In this quality assurance cell, there should be a quality assurance officer and as well as some of the people who are representative of the quality assurance cell. They will maintaining the internal quality assurance of the faculties of the division, right? As per the guideline assigned by the CQA, right? So the standard are set and then CQA will guide these CQA cells. This is how the quality is maintained. Then even though the standards are made, policies are there, whether they are following, those policies will be followed by this faculty quality assurance cell and as well as the faculties. But there should be a way, there should be a place, those things should be audited. So who will do that one? These guys will do the audit. So what they have to audit? These are the standards set by the standard division. So those are followed by this QA set. So these standards are set. So whether those standard and the policies procedures followed or not will be checked by the compliance division, and thereafter they will submit the report, audit report that says These are the non-compliance and these are the action to be taken, mutually agreed with the both faculties and the audit team. So once it is agreed by both parties, whether the non-compliance mentioned in the reports are okay or not, thereafter that will be tabled in this report will be tabled by CQA in the Senate Standing Committee, right? Then the non-compliance will be monitored. They will be monitored by the Senate Standing Committee, because everything is endorsed in that minute. And the audit report output also will be endorsed in the Senate and the Council. The audit plan and everything will be endorsed. Especially before doing an audit, that should be approved through the Senate Standing Committee of QA and as well as in the Senate and the Council. According to that plan submitted by the compliance division, the audit team, those audit should be happen, right? So this is the governance structure. Governance structure an institute with regard to QA, right? If you have established this kind of mechanism, the governance structure in an education institute, definitely within 2-3 years time, your courses, the student that you develop, will be in a highest scale, highest level. So quality, because the quality is measured, quality is checked, so according to the government structure. So I think I have given a good example, good scenario, good structure. So you can establish this, or if you need any kind of information, any further assistance, you can call me on 7153485524, or else visit geet.lk. Thank you.